Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's first video, doing European outlook for today's first video. So as always on a Thursday, we're having a look at the weather next week, 10 days in detail for Europe, and I shall get on that for you very shortly. Just say, but coming later on today, we're going to have a 10 to 14 day video update with all of regular features. And then we're going to have our 7th Christmas update, because the Christmas countdown continues tonight with the 7th Christmas update. So a busy old day at GavsWeatherVids today. If you're enjoying the content, then please give us a like on the videos. Let us know in the comments what you think. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, so European outlook then. So I'll run through this as quickly as I can. This situation today. So we've got a bit of a cold northerly push down to Scandinavia today. This area of low pressure is trough digging in across northern Scandinavia, bringing quite a cold push of winds from the north. High pressure out into the Atlantic, that's bringing a westerly flow into the UK and Ireland. We're sort of on the periphery of this cold northerly push that's over Scandinavia. And then southern and eastern parts of Europe look a lot milder with sort of southerly type winds. As the upper air temperatures show that mild air is surging northwards through the Mediterranean, then up the eastern side of Europe, really quite mild through there. But at the same time, colder air is digging in to the north and the west of Europe. So we've got -5 Celsius isotherm through Ireland and the UK. It's plunging down in towards the Low Countries, into Germany as well. And then north of that, like Denmark and up into the Scandinavian peninsula, actually the air is really quite cold up there, with showers turning readily to snow, even down to very low levels. This is the precipitation forecast today. Big thunderstorms in the southeastern part of the Mediterranean. Otherwise, a lot of dry weather up this eastern side of Europe, and through much of the Med as well. So where it's mildest, it's also driest. Out in the northwest, we've got heavy rain and also snow pushing across the northern parts of Europe. As I say, showers will turn readily to snow through much of Scandinavia, with snow down to low levels in many areas. Wintry showers for northern parts of Scotland, rain showers for like England, Wales, and down into northern France, through into Germany, and into Belgium, Holland, and the Netherlands. Rain showers through there. Mostly dry down across Spain, Portugal, and the central part of the Med. Quite cold across northern Europe today, so this is the coldest it's been for quite a while, I think. Temperatures, widely struggling to get much above freezing across many parts of the Scandinavian peninsula, and much colder than that, actually, across the northern parts of Scandinavia. Pretty chilly through Ireland and the UK as well, with temperatures in many areas down into single digits. We haven't seen that for a couple of weeks. Really quite cool across many sort of central western parts of Europe, but the mild temperatures are through the Mediterranean, and also to some degree up the eastern side of Europe, although there, because it's anticyclonic, despite that, but the upper air temperatures are, above average and quite mild. Actually, down on the surface, it is a little bit colder through these eastern parts of Europe today. Into tomorrow, that's how things are looking. So, high pressure end centred across France, reaching in from off the Atlantic. That should bring a lot of dry weather to western parts of Europe. That push of cold northerly winds extending through the Baltic Sea into northeastern parts of Europe and into the far northwest of Russia as well. But at the same time, milder air is beginning to dig back in across Ireland and the UK. And areas of low pressure again going down towards Italy could bring some heavy showers through there. Upper air temperatures show that cold air is digging southwards across many central parts of Europe through the course of tomorrow. So, for example, Germany, Poland, into Ukraine, we have the -5 Celsius isotherm pushing through. Still really quite cold across northern parts of Europe as well. Scandinavia through the Baltic Sea into northwestern Russia, pretty cold through there. Down to the Mediterranean, it looks relatively mild. Warmest upper air temperatures are for Spain and Portugal. And it's getting milder across the west of Europe as well. Ireland and the UK seeing the next push of milder winds coming in from off the Atlantic Ocean. Heavy showers and thunderstorms breaking out through the central bowl of the Med, and particularly focusing around Italy, Corsica, Sardinia, and possibly one or two of those drifting over the Adriatic in towards the Balkans. Further northwards, there's going to be some wintry showers around, snow showers across parts of Scandinavia, some wintry showers coming down into parts of Germany and Poland as well. Mainly dry for France, Spain and Portugal, and then turning wet and windy across Ireland and the UK. Cold across many northern, central and eastern parts of Europe. To those colder temperatures are surging eastwards into the East Europe. At the same time, though, it's going to go milder out in the west. Much of the Mediterranean looks relatively mild, as you would expect. Saturday sees westerly winds returning across northern parts of Europe, with this vigorous area of low pressure in the Norwegian Sea. So, yeah, milder winds are extending back in from off the Atlantic into northern parts of Europe. Mainly dry under this area of high pressure through Central Europe. It could be really quite cold, though, with some quite severe overnight frost under that area of high pressure through the central and eastern parts of Europe. And then down into the Mediterranean, we still have that area of low pressure in the central Med. Upper air temperatures look like that. So the coldest upper air temperatures are being pushed into the east of Europe. It's turning milder, of course, in the north and in the west of Europe. But Med looks pretty mild as well. That's how things are looking with precipitation for Saturday. So outbreaks of rain moving into Ireland, the UK, and then up into towards Scandinavia as well. Of course, that will turn readily to snow as it hits the colder air, except across southern parts of Scandinavia, where after a period of snow, it'll probably turn back towards rain once again. Really big showers and thunderstorms, absolutely torrential storms possible. Let's pull this out a little bit. Torrential storms are possible through like the central part of the Mediterranean and down into North Africa. There's a swathe of dry weather from Spain right way up to eastern parts of Europe and western Russia. And it will be very cold, actually, under that high pressure across eastern parts of Europe with some significant overnight frost. That's how the temperatures are looking. So ready for eastern and northern Europe, starting to get much above freezing, actually, through these eastern parts of Europe on Saturday. Comes some freezing fog around as well. Very cold for northern Scandinavia, beginning to turn a little bit less cold across southern Scandinavia, particularly through Denmark and southern parts of Sweden. And then out in west of Europe, the temperatures there are looking a little bit milder, probably back close to average. Sunday, high pressure again extending through many of these western, central and into eastern parts of Europe. Low pressure is up across Scandinavia, keeping things very unsettled to the north of Europe. That's how the upper air temperatures look. So coolest in the far north, but it is milder actually by this point across Scandinavia and northeastern parts of Europe. The cold northern Sardinia today, that area is sort of swept away by these Atlantic winds. Looking really quite mild actually through many central and some parts of Europe. But bear in mind that it's under high pressure, and particularly for eastern Europe, it will be colder than the upper air temperatures probably suggest. Precipitation-wise, a lot of dry weather again from Spain over towards Ukraine, going south of that into the Med. Yes, there will be some heavy showers and thunderstorms through the central bowl of the Med. Southeastern Med looks mainly dry, not too bad at all for Greece and Turkey, for example. We go further northwards and there's going to be more showers and longer spells of rain with snow over hills and mountains moving into northern parts of Europe on Sunday on a strong westerly wind. Temperatures look like that, so pretty mild down across Mediterranean, widely into the mid to upper teens Celsius through there, going further north. It is a lot cooler, as you'd expect this time of year, of course. But I suppose for the time of year, temperatures, particularly across western Europe, will not be too bad. Scandinavia, again, looking fairly calm. Monday looks like this, which of high pressure again dominates across many central, southern and western parts of Europe. What low pressure is across the northern part of Europe. Upper air temperatures are looking ever milder across this western side of Europe. Coldest upper air temperatures are in the north across Scandinavia and northeastern parts of Europe, but even there not particularly cold. Again, a lot of dry weather under that area of high pressure from Spain to southern parts of Russia. Again, the emphasis is on dry weather, although more showers and storms possible across North Africa and into the Mediterranean Sea. Showers up across Scandinavia with some longer spells of rain, sleet and snow up there. Snow the further north you go, of course. And another batch of wet and windy weather moving in towards Ireland and the UK on Monday. Temperatures look like that. Coldest in the North Europe, mildest across southern Europe. Otherwise, you know, it's near normal with a temperature to probably close to average. Eastern Europe could still be quite cold under that area of high pressure with frost and fog. Tuesday sees high pressure sort of over on the east side of Europe. Low pressure is coming back in from off the Atlantic. That's probably bringing more wet and windy weather into the north and west of Europe. Upper air temperatures looking relatively mild across most parts of Europe again on Tuesday. Outbreaks of rain in the west, so through Ireland, the UK, up into some parts of Scandinavia. That's where the wettest of weather will be. Most areas are dominated by high pressure, so we'll still have a lot of dry weather. Temperatures coldest across Scandinavia and into the northeast of Europe. Near normal temperatures elsewhere. Probably quite cold though across the east of Europe and that area of high pressure with frost and fog. Temperatures could be struggling to get much above freezing, you know, if it's widely foggy. Down into the Mediterranean, looks a good deal milder through there with temperatures widely into the mid-teens Celsius. Wednesday, low pressure digging into the northwest of Europe, but jet stream is starting to come a little bit southwards as well. That could start to pull some colder air into the northwest of Europe, but at the same time, probably turning a bit milder over on the eastern side of Europe with a bit more of a southerly flow. Upper air temperatures show, you know, milder air pushing northwards across the eastern part of Europe. Some of that's getting into Scandinavia, looking remarkably mild across some parts of Scandinavia on Wednesday. But out in the west, it's turning a little bit colder as that area of low pressure and the jet stream begins to dig in from off the Atlantic. Rainfall-wise, Wednesday next week, plenty of dry weather through the central and eastern parts of Europe. Turning more unsettled out in the northwest with showers, longer spells of rain, some heavy showers through Spain into France, for example, outbreaks of rain into UK and Ireland as well. And going further northwards, rain, sleet and snow up into Scandinavia as well. Temperatures look like that, so again, it's turning a little bit cooler out in the west of Europe. It's beginning to cool down, go a little bit colder across Ireland of the UK and also down to France and northern Spain, for example. And looking pretty chilly across the central eastern parts of Europe and about area of high pressure as well, despite the mild upper air temperatures. Further northwards, Scandinavia looks pretty cold across central and northern parts of Scandinavia in particular. The unsettled weather goes on in the northwest Europe into Thursday next week. So again, we've got low pressure digging in from off the Atlantic. What high pressure there is looks like it's more in the eastern and southeastern part of Europe. Upper air temperatures for Thursday next week look like that. Mildest in the south and the east of Europe, coolest in the northwest, although not particularly cold with those upper air temperatures. More wet and windy weather is coming into Ireland and the UK on Thursday. Showers and long spells of rain, sleet and snow, Scandinavia, some of that extending down into west parts of Russia as well, western parts of Europe, I should say, as well. More heavy showers through the central bowl of the Mediterranean. Temperatures look like this, so again, near normal really for many parts of Europe, a little bit on the cool side, I suppose, given that it is late November, but given the time of year, probably not too bad. Coldest temperatures will be across the northern parts of Scandinavia once again. Just running through today 10. So the idea, I think, at the moment for like the end of next week and into the final weekend of November is for low pressure and the jet stream to increasingly dig southwards into northern and western Europe. And as this happens, it could turn a lot cooler in the north and west of Europe as we go onto the cold side of the jet stream. And it could turn quite stormy as well. The GFS is definitely playing around with sort of a very deep area of low pressure around sort of UK island, northern France, that could bring some very wet weather, possibly a little bit of snow, depending on how cold the air gets, but mainly rain, but quite a significant drop in temperature. Mild is probably over on the eastern side of Europe with more of a southerly flow coming through there. Okay, that's it for European Outlook. If you enjoyed this video, then please like the video. Let us know in the comments what you think. Make sure you sub to the channel. And with that, with another European Outlook very, very soon. Well, next Thursday. We're going to have a 10 to 14. I don't know what I'm saying, really. We're going to have a 10 to 14 day video update coming up for you later this afternoon. And then the next Christmas update will be tonight. For this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.